Marcel Breuer, Shaping Society. Through history, we have learnt inspiration is essential for innovation, particularly when it comes to design. Marcel Breuer is a Bauhaus designer who revolutionized the manufacturing process with his invention of tubular steel furniture, but unfortunately felt the wrath of legalities connected with design. Despite this, Breuer influenced many designers through history up until the present, having a major impact in the successful works of contemporary Japanese design group Nendo. Marcel Breuer was born in 1902, Pécs, Hungary. From 1920 to 1924, Breuer studied at the Bauhaus, where he designed his first known work in 1925, the African chair. The chair consisted of a wooden frame and woven upholstery. From 1925 to 1928, he taught a carpentry workshop at Bauhaus, during which he invented the club armchair, commonly known as the Worsley chair. This was the first chair to be made from tubular metal. It was 1927 that Breuer created his first design of the cantilevered chair, which was made from tubular steel and canvas. The chair was further developed in 1928 using wood, steel, and cane. This was also the year Breuer began practicing architecture in Berlin, furnishing builds with his tubular steel furniture. The Keska became the most impactful and famous chair Breuer had designed to date. Gebrüder Thonet was a firm started by German designer Michael Thonet in 1842. Thonet first gained traction for steam-bent wood furniture in the early 20th century. In 1929, the firm began producing Breuer's cantilevered chairs and released the first catalogue of tubular steel furniture, which was exclusive to Breuer's designs. During 1929, a lawsuit was sparked between Lorenz and Thonet, which resulted in all designer credits for the cantilevered chairs being attributed to designer Mart Stam. Breuer moved to New York in 1946, where he worked on larger institutional projects, moving on from the business of furniture design. Breuer stayed in New York up until his passing in 1981. The Thonet and Mart Stam lawsuit began in 1929 over the artistic right of the cantilevered chair. The cantilevered chair was first sold by Thonet in 1927, crediting Breuer for its design. It was found that designer Mart Stam was first to physically craft the chair and therefore held artistic rights. However, Breuer claimed Stam stole his design during his visit to Bauhaus in 1926, where he had shown Stam the concept of the chair. Therefore, Thonet had given all credits of the cantilevered chair to Breuer, despite Stam having the rights to it. When Anton Lorenz, the owner of Standemobile, went into a partnership with Mart Stam, he sued Thonet on the grounds of artistic copyright. The courts ruled in Lorenz's favour, and Thonet was forced to attribute all cantilevered chair designs to Stam. Breuer made the decision to cease designing of the cantilevered chairs due to the court's ruling. During his life, Breuer was not short of innovations, and whether credited or not, his Keska version of the cantilevered chair took the world by storm. The removal of a classic dining chair's back legs had not only intrigued society, but additionally reduced assembly time, manufacturing manpower, and the use of excess materials. It was the first dining chair that allowed for mass manufacturing due to its lightweight and ability to be compacted. The chair is a key example of modernist principles: form follows function, truth to materials, and universality. However, it was not only Marcel's cantilevered chair that impacted society, but his invention of tubular steel and its use in furniture. It revolutionized the production and assembly of furniture, making it lighter, affordable, and easily assembled. These innovations changed the pace of society. Furniture had become more accessible than ever, and companies have been given the ability to quickly deliver stylish and new furniture to the masses. It was the beginning of a new era. Contemporary design group Nendo, led by Sato, exemplifies modernist principles like Breuer's: simplicity and minimalism, truth to materials, and evoking the spirit of the times. There is a clear correlation between many of Nendo's and Breuer's designs. The single curved chair by Nendo was specifically developed for the manufacturer Thonet, taking inspiration from past designs and using Thonet's original wood bending technique. Nendo's chair has similarities to Breuer's Keska chair, with a curved tubular form and wood and cane materials. Additionally, there is an interesting correlation between Nendo's concept sketch for their single curve furniture and the satirical view of tubular steel furniture in the modernist period. The correlation shows a shift in society's opinion surrounding design. What once was mocked and doubted is now proudly displayed by Nendo as a tool for their success. Breuer's modernist influence can be seen throughout Nendo's works. Nendo continually employs tubular metals, curved forms, and the direction of simplicity through their designs. Nendo's wind chair is another example of a piece that follows the modernist design principles. Its simplistic structure and lack of embellishment, the chair would be considered a good design in the 20th century. Additionally, the wind chair displays structural similarities to Breuer's set of 3 beech plywood nesting tables. Taking up less eye space than a regular piece of furniture ensures the living space it is placed in remains minimal and uncluttered. The postmodernist period saw the questioning of Edgar Kaufman Jr.'s inflexible rules of good design. The old mindset had begun to fade out, and designers were finally free of the tight hold of Kaufman's rules. However, that does not mean limitations in design were eradicated. Since the modernist period, a question has commonly arisen: is it inspiration or imitation? The lawsuit is a prime example of the legal and personal limitations that can arise in design. Design is now broader than ever, but that comes with endless responsibilities, including upholding and respecting the artistic rights of designers that stood before us. A designer now cannot simply pay homage to a past design feat without primarily working out the legalities, and when designing, walking the fine line between inspiration and imitation. As seen in Nendo's single curve furniture, where the original wood bending technique was used despite developed technologies, which brings to question the possible creative limitations created by the legalities involved in design. With the rise of the tech age, imitation and copyright lawsuits are at an all-time high. Creativity is now interrupted by the hesitation to take inspiration, with the fear of stepping too far over the line and having to deal with the fallout that follows. Design relies on inspiration, collaboration, and feedback. Without Marcel Breuer's influence, not only would Nendo's single curve furniture not exist, but present society also may have looked very different. Breuer's innovation started the movement of mass-manufactured furniture and flat-pack dining chairs, impacting the movement of society, therefore creating social change. Thus, inspiration is essential for innovation.